Hello, my loves. Right, I was asked to do a St. Patrick's Day kind of theme, and I was like, what am I going to do? So I'm going to use the TX Elite coffin tips on my Eliana hand, and we're going to just go with the green theme because I was going to hand paint a leprechaun and all this stuff, and I was like, I don't really want to. I just want to go blingy and glitzy and gorgeous. So that's what we're doing. We're going blingy and glitzy and gorgeous because the pot of bling is at the end of the rainbow. Ha ha ha. Right, so I've put on the TX Elite coffin tips. I'm just going to secure them extra with a little bit of clear acrylic because they do need slightly filing at the wings there. So I'll just grab a little bit of clear acrylic on each one. And it's kind of like my clear layer, I guess, but it's more just for my peace of mind because it's different working on, plastic tips to working on a real nail that's been prepped when you stick the tip on. So I just find it a little bit more peace of mind for me. Apologies for the delay in between videos, but it all went a bit wonky this week. Our cat had her babies. And instead of being that normal independent cat that doesn't want anyone around, she actually wanted me there for the birth and hasn't left our side since. She's in our room with the babies. She in her box, like birthing box, and she is all wanting all the attention and love from us. We thought she'd just, do what cats do. But no, she's definitely a Burmese because she just loves all the attention all the time. So, and then I've had meetings with Oliver's new forest school and stuff like that he's doing. So it's just been a bit of a busy week. It's just been one of those weeks and I have to pack all of your orders as well and make up all of the new mixes. So it's just been a really busy week. So my content got a bit pushed to the side. I apologise. Right, I'm going to show you quickly how I just file these. So I'm literally just taking my file flat against the side and bringing that tip level with the side of the free edge. And then we'll just do the side slightly in so we don't have anything sticking out. It's really, really simple. Take it to the side, like so, and then just take it flat against just to make sure there's no little bits sticking out. Because if you add more product to it, you're just going to add more bits to the bits that you don't want, which seems counterproductive. I'm using my favourite green glitter. This is called Grinch, and it is available on my website. So there you go. It was part of the Christmas box and it is stunning. And on the pinky, we are just going to do a full tip of glitter. Now, the reason I like working with raw glitter as opposed to pre-mixed glitter, and this is purely from a business perspective, it's cheaper by a long shot. So you've got your big tub of clear acrylic already, right? Or clear gel or whatever, or polygel or gel polish. All you've got to do is dip it in the glitter or sprinkle the glitter on top. Otherwise, if you want a pre-mixed glitter, acrylic or whatever, you've got to then go and pay the same amount that you pay for, coloured acrylics, or it's just expensive. I've got glitter acrylics. I love them. But this way, I save money and also means I can afford to have more different glitters. And I find it a little bit easier to control your glitter to acrylic ratio than when I use a pre-mixed. It's just personal preference, but I've always been a fan of loose glitters. I have hundreds, and I just find it a much more business savvy idea for money. And I'm just building up the coverage on the nail in little beads because then you can control it. So you pick up a small bead of acrylic, reasonably wet, and then you dip that bead straight into the raw glitter. Just put it in a little triangle tray or whatever you like to use. And you can pat that nice and flat down against the nail. And then if there's any little bald spots that are wet, I just tap my brush in the raw acrylic, in the raw glitter, and tap it on top. While that's setting, I'm going to do a glitter ombre. So my glitter is my base layer. So I'm going to do the same again, apply the glitter, and I'll fade the back of that glitter bead back up, and I'll add enough glitter for me to be happy with the coverage. I want a solid coverage towards the tip of the nail, and then I want that coverage to kind of thin out as I go towards the cuticle. And I'll just keep adding little bits, and then basically I'm going to do the same as this nail, this ombre nail, on the index finger, and the thumb will be the same as the pinky. That saves you time watching the same thing twice. But as you can see, I'm kind of trying to ombre that glitter out, thin it out as we go. It will just make putting the acrylic over a lot easier. Always paying attention to your sides as much as you can. So as you can see, I've done that first bit, 2 ombre nails, 2 full glitter nails. Middle nail is going to be a full nail of nude. These tips are so long, I couldn't quite get the bottom in shot, I didn't realise. The acrylic I'm using, I think it's called Perfect Pink from Glitter Planet. I think it's Perfect Pink. It's the pink nude. It's the pink nude one. Oh, I'm sure it's Perfect Pink. And I'm just, you'll see more on the next bead because this bead was a bit out of shot. But there you go. Applying my bead, let it settle, keep those sides tucked in. We are dealing with a tight pinched coffin nail, which is technically a tapered square if it has a C-curve, because a true coffin is flat. But everyone knows them as coffin tips, so that's what I refer to them to as. Even, I don't know, my brain hurts. I haven't slept properly for days. So we're going in and just building up that nail. It's a long nail. And I would much rather work in more beads, working in a nice level way than big ass beads rolling all over the place, because these nails, the actual nail beds themselves are quite narrow on the Eliana hand, and I struggle a little bit actually with just kind of getting used to how tiny the nail beds are. They're long but narrow, which makes them beautiful and slender and gorgeous. It's just getting used to it. Yeah, let's get the cuticle bead down. Oh, glitter gets everywhere, doesn't it? We'll just tuck the tip of that brush in at the bead, at the cuticle area, tap, tap, tap all the way around. And then we'll blend it down. Nice and easy. And then I'm going to check and make sure everything's level and add product if it needs to be added anywhere, obviously. And then let's go in with this ombre. So I'm going to place the bead at the point where the glitter thins out and then drag it up to feather out the back of that bead, because you don't want a step or any kind of frosting or anything like that. And then I'm going to drag the front of that bead down. And we'll just keep working on that blend as we go. It's hard to blend over a dark glitter, but it can be done, and I will show you. Same again, we'll add another bead. This time I'm just going to tuck down the back of that bead because we're getting more towards the apex area, so it's not so kind of, doesn't need to be so thin. We can start raising that bead up a little bit. Next bead going in right on top of that previous bead. Keep that level of product going, and I'll do that all the way back to the cuticle. I won't build a huge apex here because I'm going to cap the nail, so I'll do that with the clear. Oh, and I've kept it in for a reality check, but my bead was too wet here and it just went out to the sides, and I was like, oh my god, I made a mess. I made a mess with this bead. Just a bit wet it was very cold, so I think I need to just adjust my ratio for the temperature of the room a little bit more efficiently.
about yesterday. My, oh my. My, oh my.
So now we need to cap everything. And remember with glitter, if it ain't matte, it ain't capped. Watch how the glitter changes. You'll know when it's capped sufficiently even. Told you I'm tired. Because look, it changes. See that matte effect it gets? So if you've missed a bit, you'll know because it's sparkle through. And you've got to build up your structure now. You've got to even out the surface of the nail and do all that stuff. And as you're working on if you're working on a long nail like me, it does take more than one bloody bead. Jeez, I can't stand these people that go, oh my God, I do it in one bead. Do you on a triple XL tip though? And if you do, what size brush are you using? 40 million? So yes, banter. Let's just build up that apex, build up that nail, and then I need to do the same on the thumb. I also need to encapsulate the ombre nails.
My, oh my. My, oh my. A kiss, and so I did.
So once it's all encapsulated, I filed off camera because my hands are too bad to be even getting in shot and showing you. Beautiful. And then I'm going to add some of the emerald crystals, which are all available on our website as well. These are fan-shaped, emerald fan. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to pop one of those right at the top there. I'm using the Alina Bling Bond, which we can sell in the UK. We cannot sell abroad because they won't ship it. They won't put it on an aeroplane and send it out of the country, I'm afraid. Not my fault. As you can see, I'm just kind of nudging this into place as best I can. That was on the wonk, so I do come in and correct it before you get triggered because it would do my head in. And then we're going with a little bit more adhesive, just a couple of dots. You don't need a lot of this adhesive. That is a shield. That's an emerald shield. Just so you can go on the website and look, you can buy these in like packs of 10. So you don't have to go and buy a big mix. You can just buy the ones you like. And you can get the round flat backs in individual sizes as well. And they come in packs of 200. That's the kite. That's an easy one to remember. Going to go in with a couple of the Navettes. These are the bigger Navettes. Tuck them in. Just builds up that design really nicely. You do get a little tiny bit of playtime on the adhesive, but that's because I'm using an old bottle of adhesive. I've had this one for absolutely months. If it was a fresh bottle, you probably wouldn't get much playtime. So these are SS16 round flatbacks. They don't look big on this nail, but if you were to put them on a normal nail, they are big. And I'm just going to go SS16, SS12, SS10, going down in diameter. And then we'll fill in around some of the shapes and add some gold caviar beads and bits and bobs like that. I don't keep in every single bit because it would drive you mad, especially the caviar beads. I think you might lose your mind quicker than I do when I'm doing them. There we are, some slightly smallers. That's an SS10. Get them on. Then we're going to just add a couple of SS10s either side here. And then I think I go in with SS6 around the shield shape. I think it's SS6 I use, can't remember. Beautiful, very pretty and sparkly. Yeah, it is. It's either SS4 or SS6. And then, that's SS6, yes. And then I did add some little gold caviar beads because green and gold is just the bestest, and they just make it pop. They make the whole thing pop. And I did a couple of little crystal cuffs on the ombre nails because I just felt like, well, I don't know, they needed a bit of bling because there's just clearly not enough on this set, right? Okay, it's time to shine. Let's do the top coat. So Madam Glam's No White top coat, and let's reveal that bling. Hello. Oh yes, beautiful. Tie her on a long nail when you've got to double dip. Just love that glitter. Absolutely love it. And that is that for this set. Obviously, I'm going to link all the products in the description box along with any discount codes and stuff like that. If you are interested in any training courses, they're all on the website as well. So I'll pop that on. We do have courses in like ombre and shaping and all sorts of things. So we'll just get these ombre ones done. They're going to have a glossy top coat. The crystal nail will have a matte top coat. And yeah, that's about it. What I do when I'm applying top coat to nails with bling is I tend to get as close as I can with the big brush, but always go in with a detailer brush. Just to make sure you're not going over the crystals, because you don't want to top coat over them. You just completely ruin them if you do that. They look horrid. So I'll get my little brush, I'll take the excess off on the back of my nail. And I'm just going to make sure everything's tucked in it. It also acts as a double seal. So then you've got that watertight seal as well. It's really easy to do, just got to take your time. Let's do a top coat of the thumb because, oh, look at that swoosh. Absolutely love a top coat shot on glitter. I can't help it, I'm obsessed. Glittery. Okay, so after that obviously I've cured cured all the nails. And I actually did some final video shots in my little light box, because it really does show, it just gives a beautiful even light over everything. Here you go. There you are, look at that. Gorgeous. I really hope you like this set of nails, and I'm going to try and get some sleep tonight. You never know. But until then, I will see you in my next video. Tally bye!